How's it going, everybody? Today we got sequels better than the original. Now, to be fair, a lot of times when I watch movies or play games, a lot of times the sequel is a lot worse than the first one. Now, the reason for that, it might be for the nostalgia, For me, Incredibles, which was one of my favorite in Disney movies when I was a kid, I loved the original. I didn't really like the second one because of the villain. And I thought that the first one was better because it was that's just what I thought. But then I realized it was like I was kind of blinded by nostalgia because the second one was actually by far one of the better ones because it was less dark. When I was younger, I think I would like it more, but now when I'm older, I still think the first one's better. Either or, incredible series. I'm really excited for. Oh, incredible series. But I'm really excited for the third one. It's coming out soon, so that should be cool. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it.
Okay, so for once in my life, I'm dropping a positive video. I know, it's crazy. We got sequels better than the original. Now, it's not to say that the original for any of these is bad. I'm just saying the sequel delivered. That's pretty much the synopsis of this video. Now, I think a good place to start with this video is Mario Galaxy 2. Now, Mario Galaxy 1 was absolutely fire, bro. Like, that was one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. But Mario Galaxy 2 was even better. The mechanics got better. They got even more creative with the galaxies. The items were absolute peak.
I didn't actually play the second Mario Galaxy, but I did. Okay, I was a PlayStation kid growing up. I didn't play a lot of Nintendo, but now I do. I just got a 3DS. I've been modding it. I got a case for it. It looks great. But I played 3D All Stars on my Nintendo Switch, which is weirdly is actually a really rare game nowadays. They sell for about $100, just kind of or a drop. I have never played the second one. I want to play the second one. So if you guys know anywhere to play, maybe not pirate it or steal it or being illegal, but I want to play it, but I don't have a Wii. So let me know down in the comments down below where I could play it if you guys know.
Cloud Mushroom is probably my favorite item in all of Mario. And the soundtrack, bro, it's just gonna bring a grown man to tears. That shit is so beautiful. And also, of course, we cannot forget they added Yoshi. Like, what else more can I say? And this is probably one of, if not, my favorite game I've ever played. I know I'm doing too many tricks on it, but listen, bro, it's just tough. And I really want them to drop a third one because I'm confident they could really deliver on a third one. Because when they did Mario Odyssey, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, that was a good game.
Yeah, overall, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were just revolutionary for gaming as a whole. And it was also just a part of many of our childhoods, I'm sure. And I've gone back to both the games, pretty recently, and honestly, they still hold up to this day. I'm not just saying that just because of nostalgia. Dead ass, they're both very good games. Now we got Toy Story 2 and 3, and maybe 4 as well, but I haven't seen 4, so I can't really...
4 is so bad. It's so bad. I honestly do not like 4. It's just it makes the whole series so much worse. The first couple of movies of Toy Story were freaking peak. Toy Story, I don't know why I said Toy Story. Like a freaking 5-year-old. But Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, peak movies. 4, garbage. That's just me. I don't like that he left his boy Buzz, bro. Buzz was his day 1 or day 2. He was his day 2, and he leaves him for some girl, bro. Always stick with your day 1s. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen.
Make a judgment on it. But all I can say is when Toy Story 3 dropped, I had to get in those theaters as soon as possible because my parents showed me the first and the second movie and I loved it. So you already know I had to go in theaters to see the third one. The ending for Toy Story 3 was just perfect. Honestly, it was one of the greatest endings of all time. And at first, I was not expecting this pink strawberry smelling teddy bear to be the main villain of the movie. And this was one of my first times ever going to a movie theater. And I loved it. All right, I loved everything about the movie, and I even got a little Toy Story 3 bucket of popcorn to go with it to really enhance the experience, even though it was $20. But
yeah, they have. So the main reason why people buy popcorn buckets, obviously, they think it's cool, but it also enhances the experience. For me, when I watched the Minecraft movie, I got a Minecraft dog plush and it was pretty lit. I don't know a lot of movie theaters that actually had those, but it was from the movie, and it was pretty nice. It's got like sand. I don't know. It's like a somewhat of a sand material in the feet, so that it actually lays down. It's pretty cool. It's actually a pretty nice little plush.
Can we just talk about how they topped the original twice? Like, that is just insane. Or even maybe 3 times. I don't know if 4 topped the original.
No, it did
I'm
not.
not really sure. I guess let me know what you think about it. But regardless, Toy Story was an absolute...
Like, the fourth one had incredible animation. It had great lighting, and it looked great. It just wasn't great. It was just garbage.
Still, we cannot deny that. But Toy Story 3 was by far my favorite Toy Story. Love is Rage 2. Now, if you know anything about Lil Uzi, you know that Love is Rage.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with you. I'm not a big Uzi guy, but oh my god, I listened to the first album like I think a couple years ago, and a while ago. And then I listened to Love is Rage 2. Holy peak. Oh my god. 20 more minutes until I'm on. 20 more, If anyone knows that song. Okay, sorry.
Rage was an absolute banger project. Like, it was one of his best, to be honest. But Love is Rage 2, he really did his thing on this, bro. Usually when artists make an album that's like a follow-up, it doesn't really go well. Like, for example, when NLE kept making Shot a Flow song. Eventually, it wasn't really gonna touch the original one, if that makes sense.
I don't know why a lot of artists, they have one really big hit, and then they kind of just duplicate it for their entire career. Ice Spice. Just saying.
Followed up very...
She has the exact same song every single song. It's almost the exact same beat. It just sounds the same.
Well, but it just felt like its own project. It did not feel like a more watered down second version, if that makes sense. It just really delivered. Now, some of my favorite songs on there gotta be Sauce It Up, For Real, Neon Guts, 20 Minutes.
20 Minutes. Oh my god. Execute Tour Life as well is also a good one. I didn't like the middle of the album, to be fair.
Dark Queen.
Yeah, 20 Minutes was a peak ending to that album. Oh, it's got 1 billion streams. That kind of just tells you.
Just to name a few. But not only that, this whole era, like the SoundCloud era, whatever you want to call it, it just changed rap. I just love it. Straight bangers from everybody.
Location
yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really like them. Like Lil Xan. Now, speaking of albums, now we got Kanye's Late Registration and Graduation. Now, I think these are supposed to be follow-ups of College Dropout. I've listened to all...
What? I mean, I knew that the first one and the second one of these 3 were connected, but I didn't know the third one was connected. Huh. But Graduation, a peak album. And also the first one, also All Falls Down is a good one. And then I got to name one from the second one. Sling Hands.
All 3 albums, and Graduation's my favorite. I'm sorry, I know that's like the most basic take ever, but I can listen to this shit with 0 skips. Like, I could just...
Oh, yes. Oh yeah. I totally forgot I had that poster until, like, that picture came up. I bought that for my dorm room last year, and it was peak. Trying to get my webcam right.
Just go through it, full album. But now we gotta address Kanye in 2025. Obviously, this dude's on some antics now.
Dude, it's so bad that such an amazing artist had to go down this path. And a lot say that, like, oh yeah, he's back because he said he was sorry. No, dude, that doesn't just... You can't say those things and then just say, oh yeah, my bad, pimp. Like, you can't say that. You can't just be like... You can't say the most out-of-pocket, crazy thing and then just be like, oh, yeah, I'm back. Because, I mean, famous people can do that, but it just sucks to see because of all the amazing, like, songs he has made just down the drain. Like, I actually made an essay about this in college for my first year, and I was like, don't let... I mean, this is kind of just completely opposite of what I just said. But don't let, a person's personal, life or decisions impact they have made on the music industry or the songs that you have listened to. For me, I'm a big Drake fan, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's a pedophile," or he lost the beef. He lost the beef, 100%. I'll give you that. Coming from a Drake fan, I don't like Kendrick because he just keeps repeating. I'm not gonna get into all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to take away the art from the artist. Leave that to their personal life. They made decisions that they weren't supposed to. I'm not saying Drake did that. He actually didn't. There's no proof. I'm not gonna get into it. That's just all I'm gonna say.
Nowadays, so I will not be streaming the new Kanye music, but we all gotta at least agree that these 3 albums were he was just on a run. Now, originally, when the whole Kanye thing happened, I was like, oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to listen to Kanye anymore. But, bro, I got to separate the art from the artist because all these projects before his Crash Out days, all of them were very
Oh, my
good.
God, they're
To be
amazing.
honest with you, I'm not going to stop listening to them. I'm just going to separate the art from the artist because nowadays the artist is, yeah, you know what he's doing, bro. He's on a generational Crash Out run. Old Kanye will be listened to, but new Kanye, absolutely not. That's just how I feel about it. As a person, obviously, I do not like him anymore, but I cannot sit here and act like his old albums were not generational. Now we got Monsters University. Now, Pixar in the early 2010s, bro, they were just on a roll with these.
Honestly, I think Monsters, when I was a kid and I watched these movies, I thought that Monsters University was made before Monsters Inc. But I don't know how I thought about that. I thought it was a lot, newer. I don't know what it was. But now it actually was made after Monsters Inc. but was taking place before Monsters Inc. So I was kind of right, but not really.
Sequels, bro. Like, they had Toy Story
but it was
and
peak.
Monsters University in the span of 3 years. Like, that is crazy. Now, again, don't get me wrong. Monsters Inc. is goated, of course. The amount of memories I've had watching the OG. The lore just all comes together with Monsters University. That's why I like it so much. Like, we find out why Randall's an op, first of all. Because he got in with all the people that were considered, quote-unquote, cool because of his invisibility power. And after that, he just switched up on Mike. Like, he just pretended like he didn't know.
Dude, I know, that was, like, crazy to me. Because, yes, like, you switch up, that's okay. But don't just be an, asshole to them from now on. They didn't do anything to you. He was chill with you. He was your roommate. So let me get this straight. Like, they're a little bit, let's say this. They're in the room, right? They're in the beginning of the year. They see each other. They meet. They're really nice. Mike is like, take off the glasses. Oh, now he's like overpowered. All that stuff, right? At the second semester, he's in like their fraternity. I think that's what it's called. He's in the fraternity. That you can't live in a fraternity house until the next year. So he just comes back to the room, sees Mike, and he's just like, how's it going? You asshole! You left my team! Like, bro. Like, I can just imagine the conversation he had with him.
Behavior. We find out how Mike and Sully met and that they weren't even friends in the first place. They quite literally forced themselves to be friends at first. And now look at them. In Monsters Inc., they were just an unstoppable duo. Now, Mike and Sully have got to be considered an iconic duo. There's no way. Monsters University, it's more like a prequel, but yeah, I guess I'll still consider it a sequel. Now we got Plants vs. Zombies 2. Now, when I opened this game for the very first time, it just blew my mind. I feel like they got really creative with the worlds and
like the special powers. Dude, this was so cool with the special universes. Oh my god. I used to play that so much. There's like the flame powers, there's like the throwing. That's one of the cool things. Also like the leaf that you can like, use it on certain plants to make their abilities better. Oh my god. Freaking peak, bro.
Time traveling theme. I just really loved it. They had a bunch of plants to go along with each world as well.
Dude, look at all those. I didn't know there was that many. Hold on. Look at all that. That's insane. That's so much.
Boss fights were even crazier. The graphics got even better. There is now 206 plants in Plants vs. Zombies 2, which is honestly, that might be a little bit too many, but still, it just suits so many different playing styles. Well, some of them are only useful in certain worlds, but you get the point. But the original is still very good. Like, it still holds up to this day, in my opinion. I really like the simplicity of the original game, but the second one is just crazy, though. I was beyond excited when this shit came out, and I can't even begin to say how many times I've replayed this game. And also, I'm really sorry if I sound like super sick. You can hear my voice crackling, but I don't know. I've been under the weather past few days, but I gotta power through the rest of this video. Wii Sports Resort. Okay, I gotta.
Oh my God. If anyone that knows me is watching right now, you know I love this game. I absolutely love this game. This is my all-time favorite game, maybe of all time. Wii Sports is such a great game, right? I'm not trying to take that away, but Wii Sports Resort, miles better. Miles better. Because, you know, there's certain games I would like to be in Wii Sports Resort, like baseball and tennis, but like maybe boxing. I didn't really play boxing on Wii Sports. But like Wii Sports just had the most nostalgic soundtrack of all time. It had, you know, sword fighting, it had wakeboarding, it had table tennis. It had bicycling, riding your bike. Let's just say that. It had bowling. It had a dog fight that was really fun. It had so many games that were just so nostalgic. Just an overall better game. Oh.
Take this over the original Wii Sports. There's basketball. Like, this is so many different games in Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, yeah, there's also golf.
Ping pong. There's basketball. Even fucking jet skis. Like, once again, they basically just took Wii Sports and upped it a notch. Like, this is insane. And also with the Wii Motion Plus remotes, the controls got a lot better as well. Because I remember at first Wii Sports was really janky without the Wii Motion Plus. Just sometimes randomly the Wii remote would just spaz out of nowhere. And obviously this shit came out in 2000.
You know what's crazy? I never played Wii Sports Resort with the Motion Plus. I played it with the original controller with the little nozzle that like stuck at the bottom. It sucked.
It was still gonna happen in Wii Sports Resort, but it did happen less frequently with Wii Sports Resort. Like, this game was so good, like even my parents would play it with me sometimes. That was literally the whole reason.
That's how you know it's good, when your parents play with you. That's how you know the game's good.
Reason why they bought a Wii. When this shit dropped, they had to buy one. Avengers Endgame. Now, this shit broke so many records, it wasn't even funny. Like, it grossed $2 billion worldwide. $2 billion. Like, that is crazy. And I remember there were so many people seeing this shit on opening weekend. I remember trying to get a ticket for opening weekend, and it just didn't happen. And this shit really did live up to the hype. It was a 3-hour-long movie. I don't even think I looked away from the screen once. I don't even think I checked my phone once. I was just very engaged the entire movie. Because sometimes when I'm in the movie theater, bro, like, I just get so tired.
No, it's saying the sequels are better than the original. Is this talking about the sequel from Infinity War?
The lights are off.
Probably.
My ass just falls right asleep. But this time, I didn't. Avengers Endgame really was peak cinema. And now the ending, yeah, the ending was very heartbreaking. But still, it was a peak movie, and it was a good way to end the movie. Like, I was dead ass crying when this shit ended. And also, I was a new gen fan, too. So I wasn't really informed on all the lore or anything like that. But still, I really did enjoy Infinity War and Endgame. And it's still talked about today. Like, there are so many memes of the movie that still go viral, and I think they have 2 more movies planned for 2026 and 20.
I did watch Fantastic Four. It was pretty good. It was better than some of the Marvel movies that have been released since Endgame, because Endgame was one of the best movies I've ever seen. But after that, Marvel just went downhill.
2027, which
Thunderbolts was pretty good.
Back to the Future 2. Now, honestly, out of all of the Back to Future movies, this one was my favorite. 1 is just an absolute classic. 2 is peak, and then 3 was also really good. Because I really like how they evolved on the concept in the second movie. At first, Marty had to save his future son from, I think he was gonna like get arrested or something. So they had to go to the future, save him, and then they returned back to 1985. Now, his arch nemesis Biff, the older version of himself, grabbed this sports almanac because they overheard them talking about time travel and shit like that, and he gave it to his younger self, and he became like this multi-millionaire by the time they got back to 1985 off of sports betting. So they had to go back to 1955 to try to retrieve the book from Biff. And once again, it's just a continuation of the main storyline. So that's why I feel like they really delivered here. Now we got Run 2 and Run 3. That is a crazy way to transition from Back to the Future to Run. That's insane, but hear me out though. Run 2 and 3 were just peak, bro. Like, I was just playing these games all the time.
I never actually liked these games. I don't know why. It was just felt like it was annoying. It was an annoying game. I don't know what it was. It's fun. Like, it's cool for about 5 minutes, but it's pretty boring. And I don't know. I just didn't like it.
On my computer at school. They really carried me through school and even college as well. Like, they still are carrying me currently. And the reason why I put Run 3, obviously, because they got all these characters. They got the bunny, the lizard, the angel, and they all got different abilities. Like, the lizard jumps higher but moves slower. I would pick my characters differently depending on the level. I don't think I ever got most of the characters. Like, there was one that was holding a balloon, I think, and then there was one called the Duplicator, which honestly, looking at the gameplay of it, it just looks so confusing. But yeah, I was just sticking with the basic characters like the lizard and the skater. Like, I don't think I was using any of these crazy ass ones. To my knowledge, I think you had to buy a bunch of them to unlock them, and I didn't even want to bother buying them, so I was just like, whatever. And they also had a bunch of different paths. I think Run 2 also had some paths, and on the paths, some of the paths were like impossible to beat, but I'd somehow beat all of them. I don't know how the hell I did it. I guess I just had that much free time on my hands. But yeah, now we got Red Dead 2. Nowadays, when people talk about Rockstar games, it's mostly about GTA 6 news. Wait, how the did I forget GTA? Alright, anyways. But when Red Dead 2 dropped, everybody was talking about it. Like, the improvement on the graphics was just crazy. And it was also more of like an open world and exploration.
I am going to probably edit here because I have never played the Red Dead Redemption 1, but I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and it was pretty good. I didn't play a lot of it, to be honest, but I played the first like couple of minutes. It was good. But you know, I thought that every take he had was pretty good, except for Run. I don't really like Run, but you know, I think it was pretty much you know, band for band. You know, I thought he pretty much nailed down all the sequels that were better. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below of any videos you guys want me to react to, and as always, subscribe to the channel and have a